Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 20th to the 30th, 2021 money and career reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into the safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Gemini, November 20th to the 30th, 2021 Gemini, money and career. Gemini, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So at the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Hanged Man and we have Strength. So we're seeing things so differently right now. And actually it's that difference of sight, that difference of the way that we're interpreting things, taking things in, that's going to be our greatest strength during this time. Then we have our emotional self. Not our emotional self, our inner self. We have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Two of Pentacles. So God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of prosperity. However, we're having a bit of a difficulty balancing everything. We need to balance ourselves first, and then we're actually going to find that things start to fall into alignment. We then have our emotional self. We have the Queen of Pentacles, prosperity and success. Our hearts are aligning with our bounty. There's going to be a sense of ease coming over us, a sense of knowing, guiding us. And we are taking this gift, though not in as direct a way as it would be if the Queen of Pentacles was in the same deck as the Ace of Pentacles. So let's look at our public arena. We have the Four of Cups. A gift is coming in that doesn't feel like a gift. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, everything is changing. And fate is taking hold. Fate is like, you know what? Move this way. You know what? Listen to this. Like what everybody is saying, let it guide us forward. And it's not what everybody's saying so that we fit in. It's that if people are saying, oh my gosh, these are your strengths. Like, oh my gosh, look at how well you do this. Why are we ignoring it? Why are we ignoring it and downplaying ourselves? Why are we trying to make ourselves go in one direction when another avenue, another doorway is opening to us? Let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. And that's the Princess of Pentacles. Now, this could be during this time, we might not be as wise with money as we should be. All right. So the Princess of Pentacles is a princess. People say, oh my gosh, you're acting like a princess. So here it's just that understanding of keeping our feet firmly planted on the ground. But it's also going to be that energy of people who are just kind of living above their means, not fully seeing everything, not fully understanding everything. Are we going to be greatly attracted to them? Yeah, we are. We're going to think, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. This is larger than life, more than we could ever have imagined. But that high isn't going to last forever. So just be mindful of that. Then we have our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. And it's personal power. we are stepping into our personal power. And at times we might think, we're being mean about certain things, or we're not being as open as we should be. But as we step into our power, we also have to say no to certain things in our lives. It's like, no, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm not walking down this path anymore. I'm embracing the power that is me, and I'm embracing the beauty and the brilliance that is me. So this is our solar plexus chakra. We start listening to our gut. Our gut really does start to talk to us quite beautifully and quite intensely. And as we are listening to our gut, and we are embracing just a strength within us we didn't know we had, it leads us to, again, seeing everything so differently than we've seen it before. And as we are seeing things so differently, as we're looking at things in a new light and in a new way, we start to say, why not? Why not walk down this avenue? Why not, try this thing? Why not, embrace this way of being? And it's all to elevate us. It's all to, align us forward with what we greatly want within our lives. So the hangman is also going to be the fact that we don't really fit in during this time. It's not like we're like everybody else, and we could desperately try to fit in, have the same thoughts, the same ideas as others. It's not going to work. And we can think, oh my gosh, this is me, I've done something wrong. And what Spirit is saying here, it's like, it's not you. During this time, we are meant to stand out, not fit in. All right, so maybe it is us, maybe it is that we just need to stand out. But what we're going to think is, I have to change my thinking to be like everybody else, or I have to change what I want to align with everybody else's wants and needs. And Spirit's saying here, stand out, stand out. We are going to be facing a storm, and we have been facing a storm for quite some time. And this is a time where we stand firm within ourselves, knowing our worth, knowing our power. We're able to fight, but it's not this sense of, I have to fight everything, I have to take everything down. It is this sense of, I'm embracing my strengths and my power and my intuition and myself. And I am standing strong. Some of the strongest people I have ever known are, we'll use the example of my great-grandmother, 98 years old when she passed, and just the strongest, most go-getting person I had ever met. So here, we're going to see strength not in the muscles, not in the force, not in the, I can, break people down and make them do what I want them to do, but in the strength of, I know myself. I know my path forward. I know what it is that I need. And we might not know our path all the time, but we're focusing on one step in front of the other. We're focusing on the alignment of who we are and where we need to be and what we desire. And it leads us to this realization. It's almost like we're waking up and we're saying, I've been juggling everything else. I have been taking my eternal prosperity, and I've been juggling everything for everyone. Everything that I think I'm supposed to be doing, everything that, is on the checklist of what's success and what isn't. But I haven't been balancing me. And if I'm burnt out, if I'm sick, if I'm aching, if I'm overwhelmed, if I'm anxiety-riddled, depressed, just tuning out of my world, how am I supposed to move forward in this everlasting success? How am I supposed to balance it? How am I supposed to embrace it? How am I supposed to, absolutely be empowered by it? And so we start to see our feet becoming more firmly planted because we're taking the time out to connect with who we are, to connect with what we need, to connect with the bigger picture of what we want. And that's where we start to see the gift from God, Source, Spirit, however we see the divine, the universe, open to us. The gift of the Ace of Pentacles, prosperity and success and bounty and abundance. The gift of seeds being planted. The gift of tides opening for us. And as we connect, a new chapter of our life starts. Why? Because we're looking at our own talents. We're looking at ourselves, not comparing ourselves to everybody else, but saying, this is me. This is powerful. This is beautiful. This is connective. This is me. And as we do this, we start to change. We start to see a world that was hidden to us before. We start to see success and prosperity in ways that we hadn't seen before. And it leads us to the Queen of Pentacles. It leads us to being this person emotionally who claims their throne, who's crowned by love with the roses above us, who understands that their dreams are guiding them, but they're going to be in the background. It's like, listen to Spirit. Spirit is really going to be talking to us, and embrace our prosperity, embrace our wealth. Emotionally, we're starting to see ourselves as successes. And if we see ourselves and feel ourselves as successes, this becomes the game changer. This becomes the powerful change that we need in order to move us forward. And the Ten of Pentacles is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands is with our career, with everything that we're trying to juggle, everything that we're trying to do. It's the weight that we've put on ourselves. It's the fact that at times it feels like we can't see the sun, that it's one day repeating after the other, but they don't seem to change. It's that old Yiddish saying, the days are long, but the years are short. And we could be weighed down by the days, just having all the joy taken away as the years pass by. And it's enough. It's just enough. We're going to be releasing so much of the burdens that we've been carrying, so much of the weight that has been trying to destroy us. And as we release this, we embrace our hearts, we embrace our souls, we embrace ourselves, we turn our face towards the sun, and we start to see blessings. This is when we say, oh, don't worry, I'll do it. Oh, don't worry, I'll do it. Oh, don't worry, I'll take this on. This is when we try to smooth the path out for others because we know that they need it. We know that we're helping them. But this is a time where we're saying, well, what about helping me? It's not leaving people in the ditch. It's not being a jerk, most definitely. It's coming to life with a place of love and compassion and understanding. But it's also realizing that I matter and I get to connect with me. I get to connect with the power and the brilliance and the beauty that is me and not be weighed down by everything. Emotionally looking at our hearts and saying, what is stopping me? What is weighing me down? What is keeping my energy, my chi blocked? What is keeping the energy of success from flowing through me? And it leads us then to the Four of Cups. There's an awareness that's coming over us. There's a gift that has been given that doesn't feel like a gift. It can actually feel like one more burden being placed upon our shoulders, one more thing that we have to handle, do, work with. And what we're going to see here is that as we're opening our eyes, as we're taking away so many of the burdens that are on us, that we've taken on or have been thrusted upon us, we're going to be seeing this path forward can be beautiful. We're going to be seeing that, some things had to be said, some things had to happen in order for us to move forward towards more, towards the greatness within us, towards the power that guides us. And it moves us to the Wheel of Fortune. The repeat of the number 10 is showing that we've come to a completion of a cycle. And this is work-wise. All right, we can feel like we're on a roller coaster ride. We can feel like fate has taken over and we just don't know. We just don't know where we're going to end up or how it's going to all play out. And we can take that as something to be worried about, but it's also something that's really beautiful. We don't know. We don't have all the answers. What we have is this powerful sense of change. Change upon the winds, change that is guiding us forward, change to so much more than we expected. And now we are embracing that change. We are moving with that change. And that change gets to be a release of so much from the past, so much overwhelming nonsense that has kept us from the prosperity that we need. And when Spirit says overwhelming nonsense, it doesn't mean to diminish everything that we've been through. What it means is to say, life is hard. And if we always bring the past into the present, if we always bring the hurts and the pains and the disappointments and the failures forefront in our mind, we will never have the gusto of self to achieve and succeed. We just won't. So let fate guide us forward to transformation, because that transformation needs to be a part of our lives. It moves us to our energy to be mindful of, our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's Cernunnos. Now, Cernunnos is Capricorn energy. It's the devil. It's the corruption of the lovers, right? It's the chaining of the lovers. What we have to be mindful of is falling into lust. It's falling into the enjoyment of moments and not the understanding of the bigger picture of what we need and what we want and how we're moving forward. Yes, Spirit is saying to live with the knowledge that we're putting one foot in front of the other, the knowledge that we're moving forward and focusing on the present. But it's not falling into lust with everything. It's not thinking of the consequences. And here, Cernunnos is a bit different because Cernunnos is the chaos god in Celtic mythology. And so what we have here is the fact that chaos comes in. What we also have is ourselves chained to our past hurts and disappointments, chained to our addictions, which can be, drugs and alcohol and sex and food and those more common addictions. But also they can be addicted to anxiety, addicted to stress, addicted to self-doubt and self-deprecation. And so we have to just look at what is it that we do that sabotages us. It could be in a very big way. It could be in a much smaller way. But it can also be in a way that people praise. Oh my gosh, you are so in control of everything. Oh my gosh, everything is always so perfect. Good job. but that perfection is eating away at us. But being in control of everything is taking away all the joy from anything. And here Spirit is calling us out. And we're saying, what am I chained to? And why am I chained to it? It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is my favorite chakra card, the I am presence. I am strong. I am powerful. I am successful. I am bountiful. I am enough. But it is also the I am presence of the negative. I am weak. I am overwhelmed. I am never going to achieve what I wanted to achieve or be who I want to be. I am a failure. Because, people say to me, Dane, why do you say the negative as well as the positive? Because when people are saying the positive, it's like a hallelujah moment. I'm right there with them. I agree. I'm like, yes, that's right. But when people say the negative, and I'm honest with myself, I'm like, oh yeah. I said that to myself this morning. Oh yeah, I felt that way when things weren't going perfectly. I doubted myself. I beat myself down. And what Spirit is saying here, as we crown ourselves with who we are, with the very essence of us, why are we beating ourselves down and taking away our blessings? I am exquisite and powerful and the only one quite like me in this whole entire universe. I am made to shine, and I get to embrace that within me. I get to crown myself with that glorious energy. It moves us to our subconscious rooted self, and that's the magician. The magician is knowing that we're a bit magic during this time. We have a magic touch, a way of moving forward in success. But the magician also knows that the mind is everything. What we believe, we become. And so as we stand before the altar of our existence, as we claim our power, we understand every element of ourselves, every avenue of our existence. We see ourselves in this full, glorious picture of our destiny, of the road that we've walked, and the hopes and the fears that we have for our future. And the magician calls us forward to embracing our magic, to letting us shine just a bit more than others. And as we embrace this magic, we really embrace what we want from the world, where we want to stand and why we want to stand there. It moves us to our subconscious inner self. And that's the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is saying, Gemini, get out of your own head, which to tell a Gemini this is hysterical, but it's also going to be really powerful. Stop sabotaging yourself. Stop overthinking, overanalyzing. Stop thinking that we're caged in when we're not. When the only cage that we live in is the cage of our own making, is the cage of the past trying to eat away our future or our present. And so here we look at the way that we need to move forward. We look at the doubts that we have. We look at the box that we were put in by somebody else or by ourselves. And we say enough is enough. It moves us then to our subconscious emotional self. And that's strength coming through again. The repeat of the number 8 can mean that we take this time really seriously, a little bit too seriously, so do be mindful of that. But we also have this sense of power and force. We also have people on our side, people who are aligning with us that we didn't think would align with us. We didn't think that they would be our allies. There is a sense here of moving forward. Now, it doesn't mean that we're befriending enemies. Excuse me. What it does mean is that we're going to see certain things that we thought, oh, I could never do this, or oh, that'll never happen, starting to come forward and starting to happen in our lives. It can also be people that we didn't get on with at all. Really, we're starting to connect to. And it moves us then to the strength of our intuition, the strength of what we desire, the strength of the presence of who we are. And it brings us to our public arena self, our subconscious public arena self. And we're calling out the Three of Swords. The swords that have been stabbed into us, the hurts, the pains, the disappointments, the angers, the devastation that has been stopping us for so long. We think we can't because we've had failures, and failures in certain areas and certain weaknesses, they tend to corrode us. They tend to wear away at us. We're looking at the Three of Swords and we're saying enough. I don't need to walk around my life with an open wound, with a pain that just isn't going away. We're calling it out. And by calling it out, we're freeing ourselves. By calling it out, we're transforming ourselves. This is acknowledging what has kept us silent and small and weak and overwhelmed. And this is breaking down that barrier. If we're not aware of the pains that we carry, which we might not always be, most likely we're not, it's sitting in meditation, saying, what is the hurt that is keeping me from moving forward? And it's following the trail of what comes up, following it deeper and deeper into ourselves. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the intensity that is us. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini.